Here I am 2 miles into my walk. And the sun is just starting to come up where I can see it. Well, at least see the light from it. And I gotta tell you, it's cold this morning. The sun is finally coming up, but because of low cloud coverage, you can't see it. But I'll tell you, it's really nice to be able to get out first thing in the morning and get all your exercise done before the sun even comes up, and have the rest of your day for doing the things that you need to do for your work, for your family, for your enjoyment. But to start off on the right foot is awesome. And I'll tell you, for me doing it when it's cold like it is right now, that's not normal. You know, I didn't used to get as cold as I get now that I'm on this diet, but that has a lot to do with the fact that I don't have the fat layer that I used to have. It's got to be, because I get cold while everybody else is complaining about being warm. And when I got up this morning, it was 50 degrees, and I started doing those push-ups, and it wasn't easy. It was not easy getting started, but I knocked them out. And by the time I got to my third or fourth set, I was going easy. It was a lot easier, and I could start to feel life coming back into me. I mean, I did my first 21 push-ups at 5 o'clock this morning, and I stagger them. I start every 10 minutes, I start another set. Eventually I'll probably do them closer together or something like that. But you know what I've been working on lately is making sure I keep my form right so that I get a good quality push-up. I'm not worried about high numbers. I'm worried about doing it right, just like I am with this diet. But after I got those push-ups out of the way, I got my 5 sets in like normal, and today I added a 6th set, and I finished up with 23. So that was a good start for the morning. And instead of doing any pull-ups this morning, I just did a 1-minute dead hang, and that helped out a lot too. It really stretched out the back. So I was on the road by 6:45, and here we are almost wrapping up, just in time to come talk to you. And you know, when I first started rucking with the extra weighted vest on, I remember thinking, wow, this is a lot heavier than I thought, because I bought a 40-pound vest and I tried it out initially with all 40 pounds. I realized within a few feet of walking, I'm not going to be able to go 3 miles with this on yet. So I dropped it down, because you can increment the amount of weight you have in the vest. So I dropped it down to 24 pounds and got a good start going that way. And then here recently, I bumped it up to 32 pounds. And at first, it was a little rough because I had taken so much time off in September, you know, grieving because of the loss of my stepfather. And now, I noticed the first 2 miles I was walking with this vest on, I barely even noticed it was on. I kept noticing that I didn't notice that it was on. So I'd be like, wow, man, I really feel good. I can feel my strength. Either my strength is increasing, or I'm just getting used to it, or maybe that's the same thing. But whatever it is, I like it. You know what I don't like though? I saw something this morning, somebody posted on Facebook about some European company that's making 3D printed steaks or meatloaf or something. I don't know, they're doing a bunch of different things, it looks like, from the video. But when I listened to what they said about it, it was really shocking to me. Even looking at it was shocking, because, you know, I work in manufacturing right now, and one of the suppliers we deal with does printed circuit boards, PCBs. And I'd never seen anything quite like what it's like to manufacture a circuit board before I got into this industry. And I thought, how amazing that they can take this substrate and these pieces of metal and these washes and all this stuff and come up with something that does what circuit boards do. You know, pretty cool stuff. Pretty neat to see, especially when you start getting into the multiple layers and buried vias and line vias and all kind of stuff that go on in circuit board manufacturing. Watching a flying probe test a circuit board, or watching the population of a circuit board, It's amazing stuff. I marvel at our technological advances. But when I see stuff like this, and I hear them say, you know, this is just going to be better for the planet, and it's going to be better for this and better for that, and whatever else, whatever logic they come up with for this stupid green agenda that's got us all going broke and going to kill a lot of people at the rate they're going, because people at the bottom can't afford all this stuff. I'm not far from the bottom myself, so I know. And then they tell you, well, this is a little more expensive than buying regular meat. I said, what? Oh, I forget the amount, but it was very expensive for 2 pounds, like $40 for 2 pounds of meat. And I thought, well, you know, manufacturing typically is designed to make a process less expensive. And here we have a natural process that does this all on its own and makes the meat already overpriced because of the market manipulation. And now we're gonna make manufactured meat that costs even more? Now, a lot of people are gonna say, well, they're gonna get cheaper as time goes on, they'll make faster processes and so on. And my experience in manufacturing is most of the things that make it cheaper are less quality. Now, not everything that makes it cheaper is less quality, but most of them. And this is already stuff I don't wanna eat. So why would I wanna eat it if it's even less quality? They package this as a very gentle way of doing something good for the environment. But when you look at this, you've got to know in the back of your head or somewhere in your common sense that this is wrong. This is not what our bodies were meant to ingest. This is not what we were meant to eat. And if we're going to listen to the people who have come up with the food supply that we currently have and trust them with this nonsense, well, we get what we deserve, if that's the case. So, I reject it. I say no Beyond Meat or whatever else garbage they're coming out with to try to shove down our mouths because they want to make money and kill us at the same time. It's very frustrating. And I hate to bring you guys anything negative. But when I saw this, it just touched me at a level because I try to stay out of politics and things as much as I can. I can't affect much change in that area. I mean, I might be able to be more popular on YouTube talking about stuff like that, but I don't think that solves any problems. However, this one was right in my bailiwick, and it's right in yours too if you're a carnivore. They're gonna keep pushing this stuff until this is what we have. And I don't want it. And if you don't want it, we've got to let people know that this is not the way we want to go, and stop all this ridiculous carbon zero, net zero, green efficiency, whatever the hell it is, because it's not working. Our power grids aren't ready for what they're trying to do, and yet they're trying to force you to deal with this. And many of you in Europe are already feeling the crunch on your energy bills, and the rest of us around the world aren't far from it. We have got to say no to this nonsense. Don't spend your money on anything like this. Vote with your dollars. I'm not asking you to boycott anything. I'm not asking you to become an activist. I'm just saying, don't buy this garbage. It's not going to do you any good. It's just going to make them a new stream of income. That's all I had to talk about this morning. I'm sorry if it is a little bit rough around the edges, but you know what? You still got time to do what I did this morning when I got up and it felt cold and I didn't feel like moving, because that's the thing that gets me. I hate the cold. It makes me want to stay in bed and stay under the covers. Say, screw it. I'm going to get up and do it. And get up and do it. And start your day right. Bear through that difficult time so you can enjoy the best time of your life. I'll see you next time.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?
And if you're on Facebook, come over to Ferrigno Freedom page and join us in the conversation. I'll see you there.